Kate Butch.
And I'm Caitlin Powell.
And this is Queers Gone By, the show where we talk about nostalgic film, TV and snacks and try to work out if that's what made us queer.
And today...
Ooh. We are drinking. I've got a that like Seville orange gin.
Ooh.
And Waitrose diet lemonade, thank you.
And I've got some champagne.
Is it a Vuva Click-What?
Sorry?
What kind of champagne? What brand?
Oh, I didn't recognise it. But then I think I know of...
Alright.
Moet.
She knows brands.
Moet.
She's a journalist, ladies and
And...
Moet Chandon.
Brut.
Dom Perignon.
Yes. It wasn't one where I was like, of course.
And Vuva Click-What.
What are you saying?
Vuva Click-What.
Vuva
It's like
Click-What.
Veuve Clicquot, but it's spelled V-U-V-E. V-E-U-V-E. C-L-I-C-Q-U-O-T.
Oh, a Vuva Click-What. Yeah, sure.
Vuva Click-What, yeah.
What did you say?
I like a brute as well. Oh, I do, in every sense. You brute. Anyway, today it's our final September episode.
Yes.
So it's our last visit to a school. I mean, we'll probably visit a school.
Before we get banned.
It's our last planned visit to a school.
Oh no, are we going to turn into those people who turn up to schools and be like, we're doing queer educational readings?
I think we should do a touring theatre and education show about the dangers of joining a university comedy society.
I'm so in. Have I told you about, this is sort of related, I went to a party last year, not this year, and there was...
But last year I had 36. 37.
Well, yes. And I was just like chilling, and this young guy came up to me, and he was clearly like a teenager, so I was a bit like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then he was like, you seem older. And I was like, alright. And he was like, I'm about to go to university. Could you give me some advice? And I had a bit to drink, so I was like, well, the number one thing you need to do is you need to find your like group of people, find like people who are like-minded and like join societies, all that. And then he went, oh no, I just meant where do I buy drugs? And I ran. Downed my rosé and sprinted from the room.
I went to a party at uni. Tommy Corbin was there. He's quite a dish. But also someone was selling nitrous oxide to raise money for Drama Sock.
I've heard about that.
Awful. I hate it so much. Who would have thought that... I'm quite disappointed that joining a university improv troupe didn't solve all of my problems like I thought it would. I can't quite
Name
believe it.
a single problem you thought it would solve.
I thought I would be the coolest, the most popular girl in school.
I feel like you were the most popular girl in the improv group.
Well. I mean, no, yeah. Probably.
I was about to say something really rude and then I realised I do like some
This is
people
a
who
public
work.
forum.
Yeah.
We
Sometimes
have started recording.
I spent a lot of time chatting shit about improv for someone who was chair of a fucking comedy society, but also for someone who, like, I'd say like 80% of my friends do improv, and I'll just be like, fucking improv, right? And they're like, yeah, it really sucks.
I mean, it does. We are reviewing our final back-to-school themed episode. The scars on my mind are from recess. Because I can't remember the theme tune.
My version didn't have the theme tune on it.
Well, okay. Where were you watching it?
Can I say?
No,
YouTube.
we were both watching it on Disney Plus.
Okay.
We paid
Cut
good
out what
money.
I just said.
I mean, if it's on YouTube, who can blame you? Hate the game, not the player.
It's been on
Hate
10
the sin, love
years.
the
If they
sin.
wanted me not to watch it, they should have taken it down.
That's on Disney. That's gossip. Listeners, I've been listening to Chromatica on repeat today because I feel like when it came out, I initially didn't give Stephanie her due.
And I didn't realise that, so I was just messaging you about all like the track listing, and you were replying very
like,
dutifully.
Sure.
I thought you were having a nice conversation with me.
Improv.
That's
Yes,
improv.
That's improv. Well, no, what I know is listen to A Strange Loop, which was the album I was obsessed with at the start of the year.
What's A Strange Loop?
Oh, it's the Pulitzer Prize winning musical from this year. It's very good.
Musicals can win Pulitzers?
For drama, Hamilton won it. Other musicals,
I thought it was
think
mainly
Evan
for
Hansen
like
won it.
journalism
Garbage.
and
Yeah.
books.
Yeah, then they have a theatre bit, like one award.
Is it like a very worthy theatre thing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've tried hard. I imagine if like Hamilton won it, it's like, yes, you've. This isn't just the story of a guy who meets a girl and then they fuck, and it's like, have you seen
That is
Catherine
the story of
Ryan's?
Hamilton.
Yeah, have you seen Catherine Ryan's bit about Hamilton?
I have, and she's absolutely right.
Yeah,
She should say it.
Everyone's like, whenever someone is like, oh, I love Hamilton, I'm like, oh, cool, you're a misogynist. Love to hear it. Nice to out yourself before we get too close.
I mean, I have a lot of complicated thoughts about Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a podcast about recess is the place to do. They're both on Disney Plus. It's fine. It's all linking up.
Link it up, yeah. Rein it in.
It's done a lot for representation on the stage, le stage, if you will.
Oui.
That's French for stage. You're welcome. But yeah, it kind of ignores a lot of the badness of Hamilton. The man.
The man, the myth.
The legend, yes.
Okay, I don't really
The
know.
man, the myth, the racist. But
Does it just revolve around him making his way in the world?
yeah.
Oh, hate that. I don't want to see a man making his way in the world.
Some
That's
of the
also great
songs
about
are bangers,
cats.
but they're
It's
all
just
sung by
cats.
women and/or gays.
Oh. I've told you this before. I was furious when I found out You'll Be Back didn't have choreography.
He just stands there.
It's such a camp song.
He's on the stage for 8 minutes and he won an Olivier Award. No.
No.
No. Stop it.
If you were in Hamilton,
Anyway.
is that the part you play?
Yeah, because it's the white person.
The only white person?
The only white person who doesn't have to dance. And
Okay.
that's the part I'd be going for.
You can dance. Wait, actually, I don't know that. I've just assumed you can dance.
No, I give a good impression. It's an illusion.
Okay.
Perfect illusion.
You're not
She's
getting
on the Lady
into
Gaga train,
Joanne?
everybody. No, I'm not
After
getting Joanne.
over a
Take
year
your hat off,
of
Stephanie. Take your hat off.
leave it on, leave your hat on.
I like Star is Born. I love Hair, Body, Face.
I haven't seen it.
You're joking.
Well, I heard there was a really sad suicide scene, and I'm never in the mood for a sad suicide scene.
No one's in the mood for a sad suicide scene.
But you just buckle up.
SSS.
Put on your big girl
it's
boots and watch the
quite-
suicide scene.
Oh, it is quite like
I heard it was graphic.
Um,
Not
it-
graphic,
unnecessarily explicit.
Yeah.
Not explicit, but heavy-handed. That's probably the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like that. But you see a little snippet of Lady Gaga's Lady Garden.
Oh, do you?
Oh, you've perked up. Look at you.
I mean, I've seen it before.
Been there, done that.
I mean, wait, actually, have I? I know I've seen her boobs because everyone's seen her boobs. Well, not everyone. She's done lots of photo shoots or
I haven't seen her boobs. I've seen bits of her boobs. I haven't seen the whole boobs.
I think it might be because there's one bit...
Whole Boost. Like Whole Foods.
There's one bit in the Art Pop tour where she gets, like, changed on stage.
How very Brecht. Get Brecht.
Right.
Have another gin, Catherine. No.
I'm getting quite
It's
concerned that
recess.
this is going to be very echoey, so if it is, I'm sorry.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners.
Oh well.
Spooky. Is that really Kate?
I've just moved, leave me alone. I'm drinking my champagne.
You voovy click what?
Yes.
Recess.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. We've been at this for about 3 hours and we're finally mentioning the thing that we're reviewing. It's recess!
Recess!
Recess! We kick it off in the canteen.
Yes.
Where they're eating tomato surprise.
Yeah. And they're talking about it like your white aunt talks about curry. They're like, last time I ate this, my gut was on fire for a week. It's like acid. I'm like, it's fully tomato soup. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's ever so spicy. This is water. It is just carbonated.
That's a carrot, Janet.
Carrot, Janet.
I love you. Anyway. And this is coming from Spinelli, who I thought was cool as fuck.
She is cool as fuck. She's also queer.
Yeah,
She's
queer.
queer.
She's wearing a hat.
She's got a beanie.
Yeah.
Beanie Feldstein. She's queer.
Is she?
Yes.
That's just... Okay, good for her.
Don't be don't. What? I think we need more straight people in the world, please.
She did a disappointing Wolverhampton accent, so...
She did, but she was in Booksmart, which is a great time, and she's friends with Ben Platt, who's kind of attractive. Who's Ben Platt? Tony winner Ben Platt. It's from Evan Hansen, which is trash garbage, but we love Ben Platt. He's in The Politician.
I don't know.
He's in Pitch Perfect. You haven't seen...
I've seen the one where they do the cup thing. Yeah.
I got my ticket. No, you need to watch... Oh, bloody hell, Caitlin.
I've seen
We're all
one
different.
of them, and it was enough.
Okay. Ben Platt sings nice, and he's friends with Beanie Feldstein, and they're going to be in the film of Merrily We Roll Along, which is a Stephen Sondheim musical.
I know what Merrily We Roll Along is purely because they did it in my third... Drama Stock did it at some point.
Did they?
Must have been in my third year then, when you'd left.
Cunts.
Do I mean that?
Did they do the play?
Is Merrily We Roll Along about, like, stuff happening during war?
No.
Then they didn't do it.
I know what Merrily We Roll Along is. Anyway, Spinelli's a big old lesbian.
Yeah. Trying Doc
doesn't
Martens.
need to be signpost. She's got Doc Martens, she's got the hat,
Yeah.
and she's got a badass attitude, and we love to see it.
Big fan.
Yes. It melts the spoon, this tomato surprise.
Yes. Can you stop saying tomato? It's going to give me a headache.
You say tomato, I say tomato, you say potato, and I also say potato, because there's no other way of saying potato.
You say tomato and I say, no, that's wrong. Say it properly.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yes, thank you. That's all I want.
So TJ, who is the unofficial leader...
Which you can tell because he's white and generic.
He's also the only heterosexual in the gang.
Yes.
As well as being white and generic, as you say. I mean, generic is just heterosexual.
Yeah, but
No
he
offense.
looks like an egg that you've drawn features on.
And put a cap on.
Yes.
Can
He's
he?
also like he's got schemes. But they're not queer schemes.
It's very much straight trickery.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as a child... Oh, we've got to say, this is from 1997, but it was on all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I think as a child I was probably a bit attracted to TJ.
Really? Oh, that's so
And to
upsetting.
Vince as well, who was...
Okay.
Nice. I like
Who's
Vince.
the tall blonde one?
Mikey?
I liked Mikey. Not like that.
Mikey's
he's fun.
a dramatic gay.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a plus-size icon and he's living his best life.
Yeah, he's great.
We'll have to see it. Also, Gretchen, skinny legend Gretchen, is also very queer.
I really enjoy the effort the voice actress is putting into Gretchen.
I want to hear what she sounds like in real life, because she is like when you've got a cold and...
Yeah, it's
and
like...
I can't even do it.
It's like if Miley Cyrus has a cold, it's like, hey guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's an alright impression.
It's alright, I mean, you're not going to be on SNL tomorrow, are you? I mean, tomorrow's not Saturday, so you wouldn't be on it anyway. But you keep working at it, Caitlin.
Oh my god, I'm watching this YouTuber who I really like. And she said on her YouTube channel, I'm moving to New York because I really want to be in SNL. And I was like, oh no, baby, what are you doing? Oh no. She's funny, but she's not that funny.
Also, if you want to be on SNL, you move to Chicago and join one of the
Improv.
improv things.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'd like to be on SNL. I can't do any celebrity impressions.
Everyone would want to be on SNL. It's like, well, not everyone, but like, I don't know. It's every performer's dream.
Yeah.
Get to look at Kate McKinnon all day.
Oh, imagine.
But also you have to
What
work
time?
under... who's the
Lorne
showrunner?
Michaels.
The one who's really... has said some dodgy things.
Lorne Michaels.
Maybe?
Is he a bad man, Charlie Brown?
I can't remember. I'm not sure
This is-
exactly who I'm talking about, but...
Wild conjecture.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out, listeners. If you know anything about the dodgy dealings over at the Saturday
I know
Night
who
Live.
I mean, but I'd have to Google. And I just can't be fucked.
Is it Ben Platt?
No. He's safe.
Okay. Is it Beanie Feldstein?
Probably.
You're right, Bab. It's me, Beanie Feldstein.
It wasn't even that good.
I was trying to do it badly.
Yeah, I know.
I should have been in that film. Oh.
Yeah, why don't you play Caitlin Moran?
I don't know why. I'm absolutely a shoo-in for the role.
Yeah.
At Caitlin, at her. We'll find her. We'll tell her on Twitter, Caitlin, next time you do a film, it's me, please. I can wear
It's
a
gonna
hat
be
and
me.
a bad wig. It's gonna be me.
Anyway.
So no, not yet. TJ wants to go and get some good food from the cafeteria kitchen.
Yeah,
Where
so they
bad
break
food famously
in.
has come from.
Yeah, I don't... Why are they locking up the good food? Surely they just don't have any good food. Why would they keep
Yes.
good food?
It's a public school cafeteria.
Yeah.
It's not
What's
going to be
going on?
nice, is it? I never had good school meals, except for when it was macaroni and cheese day. Me and my friend, we'd go and we'd absolutely
Eat
smash
some
that
macaroni and cheese.
Do you remember? Did you ever have a pasta king? Speaking of acidic tomato,
A pasta king?
a pasta king. Did you not have a pasta king in your school?
What's that?
So it's this little cart. It was in my school, and it had two little pans of boiling water. And what the dinner ladies would do would be scoop. They'd get a little net, like a chip pan kind of thing, but with water instead of oil. They'd scoop up some pasta, dunk it in the water, let it boil for a second, and they'd always have like a choice of different sauces.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Arrabbiata
Yeah.
was often the vegetarian one.
Uh-huh.
And then once it had done kind of boiling for like 3 seconds, they'd lift it out. They crucially would not like bang it to get the water out. They'd pour it into a polystyrene pot and then do a scoop of whatever sauce you wanted and give it you. And you'd also for 50p extra, you'd get a little pot of that orange cheese that's definitely just plastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you'd pour that and have a great time. It'd be a delicious, lovely time. And then at the end, you'd have like a full pot of water because They hadn't bagged it. And
Have I told you
okay.
about my school cafeteria horror stories? We
No,
found there was once some like chocolate cake, and someone found a clump of flies in it.
Oh, a
Yeah.
clump!
Yeah, and
Not
then
Professor 2, the clumps.
this is when I was quite young. We had rice pudding, and someone was like, "Oh my god, I found a maggot!" And everyone was like, "Haha, maggot in the rice pudding, nah." And the teacher came over and was like, "Oh my god," and picked out like a wriggling maggot.
Oh my, that's horrible.
Yep.
Remember someone found like a rock in their chocolate cake?
A rock?
Like a
Like
little
gravel?
Bit, like a bit of gravel, yeah.
Yeah, oh god.
Did you have in your school, how did you like pay for your dinner in secondary school? I remember in primary school we used to bring in money at the start of the week. Like a check.
I think we just paid the like dinner ladies at the like you just go and get your food and then in the line
Sure,
the
like,
next
it was
stop
like
was
cash.
Yeah. You couldn't pay by card, I
had-
don't think.
We had like a dinner card that was like its
Oh.
own separate entity that you would like top up in the little machines around the school.
Uh-huh.
And then the posh school near us, where I'd go for my wind band on a Friday. Principal flautist, thank you.
Oh.
They would pay with their thumbprint.
What? That's fancy.
Yeah, well, they also wore ties, like posh cunts. But yeah, you put your thumb on, and that would like pay for your meal.
Oh. That's...
Witchcraft.
I've never seen that in my life. I mean, I went to a school that didn't have it, so obviously, but I don't go around touring schools to see how they pay for their food. But
Well, you need to join a wind band because that's how you learn.
I was in orchestra and string band. String band?
What did you play?
String,
The violin.
violin and viola.
Oh, they're the same thing.
They're not, they're in different clefs.
All right, keep
Keys.
your clefs out of it,
Keys.
please.
Clefs or keys? Oh fuck, I've forgotten everything.
Different keys.
Yeah. You have
They
to
are-
learn on a
they-
different keys, you have to learn on a different clef.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you would, I'd do the flute and then I'd do the piccolo and I'd have to pretend that my fingers were little and tiny.
What? What do you
'Cause it's
pretend?
Really, like, it's the same like notes and key and everything, but if you play the piccolo and then you go to the flute, you are like, I have become a borrower.
Okay.
Everything is massive.
Right.
Stood me in very good stead for my later life, though, of playing the flute still. Oh.
I'm
I
not
wanted to
indulging
learn to
this.
play the saxophone or the bassoon,
Ooh.
which are certainly more like phalastic instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like,
But no.
there's something quite suave about a saxophone, but no one who ever plays it at school is a suave person.
Did I tell
Well,
you
'cause
I
they're
was
children.
playing the saxophone because I was too small?
Explain.
So in year 6, some people came around being like, "Who wants to play an instrument?" And I was like, "Me," because this'll get me laid. I didn't say that. As a 10-year-old. I mean, it didn't, but I was right.
Good.
It's still working its wonders to this very day. And there's also like a pandemic on, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the reason. It's not me playing the flute.
I wish there'd be those, like, you know those, like, faux inspirational tweets that people are doing, like, you don't have to write a novel. They should do, like, you don't have to be having sex.
Did you see that, like, you weren't allowed to have sex with someone unless it was in a hotel?
When? What?
One of the lockdown rules a few weeks ago, months ago, who knows, what is time? Baby, don't hurt me. You weren't allowed to have sex with someone in a house, you could only go to a hotel because they needed to help kickstart the economy.
Are you joking?
No!
The fuck? You know what?
Eat out to help out!
Oh, it is a joke.
No! It's not a joke! I'm not joking yet!
I don't know!
I'm honestly not joking you.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what the rule. I feel like by the time this comes out, the rules may have changed quite dramatically.
Oh.
Who fucking knows? But I feel like I for the last, I'd say like 2 months, I haven't really known what's allowed and what's not allowed. And then I see people do stuff I'm like 100% sure is not allowed, but I'm like, but it might be. Maybe I'm just missing out. I don't know.
When they were like, now it's the rule of 6, and like it used to be 30 people could meet up, and I was like, excuse me.
When did that happen?
When did 30 people happen? Oh, fuck, me and my 29 friends have all met up. I haven't got 5 friends, I'm doing fine. Anyway, I was like, can I play the saxophone? And they were like, no, you are too small. Cut to now, I am 6'3".
Yeah. Did they not
I am
assume you'd
massive.
grow?
More fool them.
Yeah. When did you have your growth spurt?
I don't really remember.
Okay.
I was too busy being sad.
Aww.
Oh,
Oh.
poor me. I'm really happy now. The other day, I drank a full bottle of wine by myself and then lay on the floor and got my Alexa to play Magic at the Musicals and sang along to it in the dark.
You're
so
really
recess.
happy.
It's because a boy didn't text me back, and then as soon as I finished the wine, he texted me back.
Is this the boy I know about?
There's a boy I know.
But do I know?
You do.
I do know.
But we're kind of giving up on that.
Are we?
So if anyone knows any boys,
Send them round my place.
I spent a lot of time in travel lodges as well, so we'd legally be allowed.
Yeah. Encouraged even. Boris Johnson will turn up at your window to cheer you on.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Well, if you can't help me find a boyfriend, you might as well join the bloody Patreon.
Patreon is a platform where you can support our independent podcast and get great rewards in the process.
Rewards like early access, bonus episodes, sneak peeks, even nostalgic snacks, and maybe a date with me. And it all starts from just £1 a month.
We'd also like to give a shout out to our patrons on the TRACY tier.
Cole Scahill,
Sofia Hole,
Lia Maro,
Laura Kenny,
Ed Colley,
Alex's Simp.
and nothing is certain except Beth and taxes.
If you'd like to join these wonderful people in supporting our podcast and sign up for membership from just £1 a month, visit patreon.com/quiz.
Or just search Kate Butch on Grindr and I'll pop up and tell you all about it. Patreon.com/QUEERS. Quiz!
Right, recess.
Recess. Miss Finster, who is elderly spinster lesbian lady.
Thank you. Yep, she's a lesbian. They really were like, well, this character will be a spinster, so we're going to call her Miss Finster.
Spinelli and Finster together makes the word spinster.
Oh, I thought you were doing some kind of weird fanfic thing, and I'm like...
Well, I mean, if you were to write a ship for them, they'd be spinster.
But they're also like, there's like a 70-year age gap.
Well, Nat, it's been 23 years since this came out. She's in her 40s now. No, she's not. I don't know how old she is. 4th grade, what's that?
I don't know.
8, 10? She's 30-something. She
Yeah.
can have sex with this teacher lady now.
This teacher is dead. She cannot have sex with this teacher lady now. That's illegal.
Well, she finds TJ and she's like, no recess for you.
Yeah, there's
Lady.
this weird shaming thing she does, where she like...
She takes him like to this like upper level in the
Yeah.
cafeteria. And I'm like, alright, fucking show trials.
I think it might be made to look like a prison, actually, now I think about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But also, I fully thought when she was like, no recess, I thought she meant for everyone. I thought that...
Oh yeah.
But no, it just means for him, and I was like, oh, then why are you announcing it?
I just remembered, in my primary school, there was this girl called Igraine, which is a great name.
Sorry?
Igraine?
Igraine?
It's
Igraine
like,
the Pain? Did
did you have, as a punishment, dinner duties in your school?
I don't think so.
Which is when, like, you'd have to, like, clear everyone's trays and, like, wipe everything down.
Oh.
And you were basically a dinner lady, but you were unpaid.
I don't think so.
Well, we had that, and a grain got them.
Oh.
And everyone at the school collectively decided that, it's much like this episode, that this punishment was unjust.
Oh.
And if hashtags had been around when I was 7, it would have been hashtag save a grain. We made banners, we chanted, we were like, save a grain, save a grain. And then someone managed to, like, open the door from the hall to the outside, because that wasn't a thing in our school. But someone managed to prise it open, and a grain ran away. And ran onto our school field, and we were like, yes! And we were like swarmed and like formed a protective circle around a grain. Like fucking Spartacus. It was a great time.
What? That is madness. Wow.
Yeah. Hashtag save a grain. Get it trendy.
Hashtag save a grain. I'm not sure how you spell it.
No, me neither. It's EGRAINE.
That's what I would have guessed.
Or is it with an I? Who knows?
How was she so popular with a name like a grain?
I don't even remember her being that popular, but I think it was just, we were just found the whole situation so unjust
and
unfair that we were like...
No offence to all the Igrains listening. I've never heard that name in my life.
That's quite an Arthurian name, isn't it? I think there's an Igraine in Merlin.
Was she Welsh?
They're all kind of Welsh, aren't they?
Yeah, it sounds Welsh.
What's the Albion?
Yeah?
Is that what they call it? Camelot.
You're just saying words now.
Merlin. Anyway, Mikey is like, oh, TJ. Mikey's very dramatic. He's like, she might as well have ripped out his soul. No recess.
Yeah.
And then they all go to recess.
They cut to recess. And now...
They don't have any integrity like we did in Burbage Primary School.
Kate Butch. No, that's not your name. Kate Butch.
Is she here?
Would you like to hear one of my top 10 recess conspiracy theories?
Please indulge me.
Yes, so, when they go outside for recess, we see a brief scene where Miss Finster, this little boy runs over to Miss Finster and is like, oh, Miss, the girl over there said a bad word. And she says, good boy, Randall, and gives him a cookie. His name is Randall. He looks exactly like Randall from Monsters, Inc. Granted, one is purple and the other is a real boy, but I think they're the same person.
I think Randall is quite like a slimy name, isn't it?
Why would you name a child Randall?
Also, shortened is Randy.
Oh no, it is. That's very
I like
upsetting.
Randy Newman.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
Got a
Friend in me.
And there's one about sailing, I don't fucking know. And then she gives him a cookie, and he's there like with a dog, like a dog panting, like.
Yeah, it's weird because he's
like
not
Randall.
quite human.
I do see a lot of myself in Randall. Like, hashtag save a grain was like a departure from my usual like brown nosing.
Did you tell on other kids?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But I was like, I had more friends that were teachers than friends that were children.
Oh, so you were queer?
Yes. No. I've got a wife and kids.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
you in a grain raising little Timmy.
In a grain. I wonder what a grain's up to. I hope she's happy. In the end. The gay gang, go and they're like, TJ, we're gonna get you out of there. We're gonna save you.
I'm like, isn't recess like 20 minutes? Like, chill out. Has TJ ever considered that he might be being punished for doing something wrong?
No, he's a heterosexual.
Oh yes, of course.
So Mikey suggests that they go and ask.
Yeah.
They go and ask the Guru Kid.
There was a lot of race stuff going on in this episode, wasn't there?
Yes, this has aged poorly.
Yeah. By race stuff, I mean racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this Guru Kid. I think this Guru Kid is I'm trying to think of a word that is like lesser racism.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. Yeah. I am only saying maybe not explicitly racist because I'm not exactly sure what they were going for. Do you know what I mean? It's very weird.
It's a bit icky. Maybe I feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. So they go to this kid who's dressed as like a Buddha kind of thing.
He's got pants on his head.
Well, yeah, but that's supposed to look like a turban, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or some kind of hat.
That made me feel weird.
But he's sitting like cross-legged with his like hands in the what's that position called? With the finger and thumb touching. Anyway, like that.
I've only done one day of yoga with Adrienne. It didn't go well.
Did you not care for it?
No.
Every time she asked me to do a downward dog, I want to scream.
She was like, think about your body, and I was like, I'd rather not.
I was doing some meditation today. This morning, woke up, did some meditation. It's a whole new me. And the guy said, so he was like, relax, breathe in and out. And he was like, now move your ears back.
No, thank you.
Madam. Not exactly. Am I supposed to move my ears back? Very odd.
I've never done meditation. Is it worth it?
You have to persevere. I've told you about the time I did meditation and they were like, really feel your emotions, and I burst into tears. I was like, I feel like this is not made for me. I'm doing it immediately as I wake up and immediately as I go to bed. So that, like, I haven't got shit in my head.
I don't like to be alone with my thoughts.
Well, this is fine, because you've got someone speaking to you.
Because I will drink a full bottle of wine and get my Alexa to play Magic at the Musicals and lie on the floor in the dark and belt along with it.
Yeah. I don't care for the ones that are like, just breathe, and they're silent for 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, what do you bring to the table?
I downloaded an app that's going to help me do the splits.
Wow!
Yeah.
Are you going to jump into the splits on Drag Race season?
I'm going to fall from the ceiling in Drag Race season 38 when they have run out of UK drag queens and are scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I feel like I have told you, maybe I haven't said on this podcast, the time I went to see a drag competition and no one had done Holding Out for a Hero yet. And someone came out in a leotard and went in complete silence, Beth is holding out for a hero, and then dun 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 dun.
If someone hasn't done Holding Out for a Hero, the Shrek version specifically, Shrek 2, sorry, have you ever been to a drag show? If you haven't seen a drag queen do C minor, put it in C minor.
This wasn't that version, this was the OG version.
Boo!
Yeah. I just saw that leotard with a bit of fringing and I was like, I know what you're up to.
I know exactly who you're talking about and I'm sure she did it fantastically.
Oh, absolutely. Wait, do you actually know who I'm talking about?
I fully know who you're talking about from that description.
We'll discuss later. But she was excellent. I'm not saying she wasn't excellent. She was. But
yeah.
I'm just saying you can tell when it's going to happen. Anyway.
I remember doing a drag competition and someone who I was competing with came up to me and was like, did you hear that someone did Wuthering Heights? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not Kate Butch. I don't own it.
You don't have
obviously
the rights to her entire discography.
In like an attempt to psych me out. And I was like, okay, she's not
What were
here
you doing,
now.
Pepper?
No, I did Wuthering Heights. Because it was a different day.
Oh.
And she wasn't there. Also, she didn't do it in a competition. She just did it in a show. And they were like, she did Wuthering Heights. I'm like, great, cool. Good for fucking her.
Was that drag queen a cis man?
Very likely.
An attempt was made at bitchiness, but it wasn't quite.
No.
Attempt
You've
was
not
made.
succeeded.
No.
So Mikey is saying to the guru kid, it's all awful, it's so awful, I want a horrible time, I'm so dramatic because I am gay. And the guru kid says some shit about like bees and honey and working as a hive, as a unit. You like jazz? B-movie. We should do B-movie.
Is that, I thought that was popular when we were at uni, or did it have a resurgence?
I think it had a resurgence, because it came out when we were like 12.
Really? I thought it came out when we were like 20.
No.
Oh, no. Wow. Oh, wow, it did just have a sort of meme-y resurgence then.
B-surgence. I hate myself. My biggest enemy is bees.
I love this for you. This Gaga awakening. Gaga awakening.
She's in a new era, everybody. You're welcome. So Gretchen calculates on her calculator, which is also maybe that olden-timey card machine where they go, shishin.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, yes, we have a 10 to 15% chance of success if we all work together and do our shit. And I'm like, Gretchen, you're pulling numbers out your ass. I can see it. But you convinced all these heterosexuals. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Well done, Gretchen.
So then they go to the digging kids.
I'd forgotten about the digging kids. They are creepy incest twins. Mark
yeah. Are they
3.
in the whole series?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to this show. I did not remember a single thing about it. Apart from Spinelli. She's stuck in my mind for some reason.
I remember Gretchen because I was definitely Gretchen in the group.
I do remember Gretchen. Like, when I saw her, I was like, oh, it's you. Hello.
The Velma.
Yes, the Velma of the piece.
At least I tried to dress feminine. Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's a weird, like, Blair Witch Project, Scooby-Doo. I'll put it on the Twitter.
I have seen that. Is that from TikTok? Does that have a TikTok, like, resurgence?
Who knows?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry to this TikTok.
Let me down.
I'm sorry. They asked the digging children to dig underneath the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't cooperate, so they start banging each other.
Yeah.
With spades. They bang each other with spades.
Oh my God.
And then they go and see The Swinger.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're like, let's go and see The Swinger. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
That Louis Theroux documentary hadn't come out at that point, so they weren't sure what was going on. She's dressed like Amelia Earhart, like goggles,
yeah,
that little like white scarf, the little hat thing, and her aim in life is to swing so much that she goes all the way over to where no kid has ever gone before. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, to be fair, is relatable, because every time I got on a swing as a child, I was like, I'm going to defy gravity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because you wanted to sing the song, isn't it?
No. I mean, no, genuinely, I wanted to, like, swing all the way around.
Swing all the way around? Yeah, same.
Which, I mean, there was always, like, that rumour, like, someone a few towns over had done it. And people had seen it, and it's like, you fucking haven't, but okay.
Nah.
I saved a grain. I'm a local legend. And they're like, she'll help us. She'll be great. And then she literally dies.
Yeah, if this was a year ago, I'd say she yeets herself. This is what yeets was made for.
I saw the other day, I was watching the television.
Yes.
I saw a full advertisement on terrestrial TV where a child said the word yeet.
Wait, a modern one?
Yes.
Oh,
an
God.
Advert on today's TV where a child... I was quite thrilled, actually. I was like, the children of the future, teach them well and let them yeet the way. Good for them. Yeah. She yeets herself across the fucking playground. She screams. I actually cackled at this bit because I thought it was really funny. I don't like children.
That's fine.
And they're like, oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Let's go and see the kindergartners and...
Which is, yet again...
tricky territory.
This is what the word problematic was created for. Because I'm not sure what it is, but it's not good. Actually, no, I think this one is racist.
They're a tribe. Listeners, they're a tribe.
Yeah, they're like in full, like, not quotation marks, what's it called?
Inverted commas.
Inverted commas, savages. Like that trope.
Barely even human. Yeah, they've got like paint on them, they've got like feathers.
Yeah. And
and they've got someone tied to a pole and they're dancing around it.
Yeah, and the scene ends, because all of these little scenes are like 20 seconds long. It ends with them saying, let's eat them, instead of helping them. And it's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, like Gretchen's like, look, we have aluminum foil. Oh, distract
Shiny.
you with this. And they're like,
Yeah.
eat them.
Feathers, I'm like, yeah, probably your best bet.
Yeah, they're all
They're
dead.
trash. Yeah. Something
And
gonna
then
bolt.
the king of the playground.
Yeah,
I do remember him. He's got his
Oh, does
helmet
he
that's like a
reappear?
crown. And there's maybe like Bart Simpson kind of hair.
Oh.
But it's a helmet and it's also a crown. It's a bit weird. Bob's a bit of a prick. I don't like Bob.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Me
Bob.
neither. We all knew a Bob at school.
Yeah, Spinelli's like, Bob had better help us, or he's going to meet my best friend, Madam Fist. And I was like, oh my god, we have the same best friend.
Oh my god.
Have I told you about Agatha Fist Me?
Yes. I
And
believe you
Murder
tweeted
Mystery.
it.
Murder She Fisted.
Yep.
No one wants to know who done it. So Vince, who I think is bi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes an impassioned plea.
Yes. Meanwhile, King Bob's secret police escort a first grader off the sandpit and
Yeah.
kill him.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Sure.
Bob says he's far too busy to help some dumb kid. And
Rude.
Spinelli's fuming. She's
Yeah.
had enough. She's like, you're a dumb kid, I'm some dumb kid, everyone here is a fucking some dumb kid.
And then they all have this realization that they're all dumb kids, and they're like, yeah, my mum called me a dumb kid. I'm like, maybe she shouldn't.
And then they're all like, yes, we're all dumb kids and we're gonna save a grain.
Yeah.
So
Spinelli's very, fuck you, and fuck you. I'm going to worry about Heidi. She's very, get out of town.
So they concoct a plan that's going to involve everybody.
This is a bloody Cockney scheme. If I
It
saw
bloody
one.
is. And a half. They get the swinger who's not died. She's just gone to the nurse and she's come back. She swings and flies onto the roof with a rope
Yeah.
that the kindergartners climb up.
Why do there be so many people?
I love the kindergartners going, 2, 6, 10, 1. Who do we? I was like, that's comedy. Because they are children and they haven't learned the numbers.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's good.
They didn't need to be dressed as tribespeople.
Nope.
But we'll take the rare comedy that we can get from this. Sometimes things you remember are worse.
Isn't that this podcast?
Yes. And they break into the school and they're like, we're in the school but we can't get into the cafeteria. And Gretchen's like, tomato surprise.
I'm going to hear that in my dreams. Like, I'll just wake up like, oh, and hear tomato surprise.
I woke up covered in tomato surprise. It's not mine. And so they use it to melt the lock on the cafeteria or whatever.
Yeah.
And they get there and they're like, why are TJ's clothes here? And I was like, he's fucking melted. He's Miss Piggy's in The Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
But no, they get there to save him just as he himself has escaped.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
And exactly as recess finishes, I predicted this from the first minute of this. I was like, oh, I bet he's not actually going to get out in time and recess is going to finish. Because recess is a short time.
It's about 15 minutes, which coincidentally is the same length of an episode of recess.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think, do you reckon every episode ends with it being like, recess is over?
Yeah.
And do you reckon as children we were like, oh my god, recess is over? But also as a child I was like, what is recess?
Yeah. Break, innit?
Break, yeah. But like,
Break up.
I'm sure as a child I concocted some idea that recess was some other thing.
What could it be?
It's a microcosm for society.
Oh, I see.
I think that's
Is
the
that
point.
why they're
Is that the
racist?
point? Probably.
Maybe.
This story isn't racist, it's diverse.
Oh my god.
No.
No.
No, it's
No,
racist.
in this case, it's racist.
And then, yes, TJ's devastated that recess is over. He's like, he falls to the ground, like, no!
Yeah, I'm like,
But it's
don't
okay.
worry, there'll be another one the next day, and the next day,
Literally.
and for the rest of your life. Well, until you're like old enough to leave. But then, you know, you've had quite a few.
And then you'll find yourself longing for the days.
Yeah.
of recess.
Also, maybe don't steal things.
Maybe just eat what you're given. Maybe ask to go on pat lunches.
Oh well.
Eat your melty soup.
Oh, just eat your weird acidic soup.
Don't know, chance. And then they're walking home, and TJ's like, actually, I've had quite an exciting day. Like, you did a scheme, I took my clothes off, we had a great time.
Sounds like my Friday night.
And they're like, oh, well, I wonder what happened. Oh, it's nice, we got everyone involved. We got the upside down girl, we got the swinger, we got the kindergartners. But what happened to the digging children?
And then
And
they
then...
really ended on a lot of racism. Turns out the diggers have dug all the way to China. And I was like, oh no! I bet they handled this carefully.
Sensitively.
Sensitively. Yeah. Crucially,
No!
not racistly. No!
No! I mean, maybe it's like, oh, the kindergartners are the same all across the world.
I think that might be what they were going for if we're giving them the benefit of the doubt. But let's not. What happens is they dig out of China, dig into China, I guess, and then there are these Chinese kindergartners who are like, we're gonna eat you, and like, we're gonna kill
They're all sort
you,
of trouble.
savages, and yeah. Actually, you know what? They probably were going for. They're the same all over. It just didn't come across.
No.
Like, it hadn't occurred to me until you said it, but now you say it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably what they meant. It's all in the execution, isn't it?
And whoever wrote this should be executed. Finn.
Fetch le guillotine.
And scene. The episode is done.
Yeah.
We thought about watching the second one, where we meet Gus, who is the final addition to the merry troupe. But I think Gus might be heterosexual. So if anything, it's a good job we didn't watch it.
Yeah. Also, this is long enough as it is. We wouldn't have been able to talk about
Igraine.
Igraine
And
and anything else we fucking talked about.
Did it make us queer?
I think Spinelli might have had a little handling in my queerness.
Yeah, I see a lot of myself in Mikey, and I remember being attracted to TJ and Vince.
Yes. Oh, I
And
really
maybe
like
Bob.
Mikey. He's great. But I don't think it's particularly camp or queer as a show.
No, it's quite prisony, like Oz or the other one, The Wire.
I've never seen that.
Orange is the New Black.
Ah, I've never seen that either. But
It's
people keep
quite
telling
like-
me I'd love it, and I'm like, I don't care.
It's because there's lesbians in it.
Oh,
You do see a lot of boobs.
fabulous. I also know exactly who died. Like, I've seen too many. Like, I know it's my fault for not watching on time, but so many spoilers on Twitter where they're like, "Oh my god,
I've only
when
seen
this
the
person
first few
dies."
seasons, but I've seen that death that I think you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what this recess is going for, like prison drama
Yeah, but for kids.
parody, but it's not really parody. It's just
Doing it in a school.
yeah.
Yeah. I wish people would learn the definition of the word satire. Because I keep hearing, it's a satire about something. I'm like, no. No. You just wanted to make a political joke that didn't go very well. I don't even know who I'm referring to, but probably someone.
Someone. Could be you. If you're listening, it might be you.
Yeah.
My favourite character, I think, was actually Miss Finster. I know you shouldn't root for the antagonist / captor.
She's kind of fab.
She's certainly the least racist.
Yeah, because she was
not
in
in
the
it.
show. Yeah.
I don't know if I like Randall. Did we like? I saw a lot myself in Randall.
I mean, he's why I'm making my conspiracy theory YouTube or whatever. So.
Oh, Randall's like big incel energy.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Big incel energy.
You know the ones who are like, they kind of... I know everyone's kind of like conditioned to be heterosexual from the get-go, but you know the ones that like, they're like, oh, I definitely am heterosexual and I will latch on to any woman I see, even if it is this 60-year-old lesbian teacher.
Yeah, he definitely has a nest at home.
A nest?
Have you not seen incel nests?
Not like a Google Nest that you got free with having Spotify.
No.
Please tell me what an incel nest is.
So the idea is that incels don't really go out that much and just kind of sit at their computers, like rambling on about how they're going to kill women. So a circle of debris grows out around them.
Oh.
And it's not
circle
very
of debris,
pleasant.
that's what I call... Finish the joke here.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's awful.
I wouldn't Google it. It's horrible, but...
I will not be Googling. I'm not going to Google circle of debris.
I meant incel nest, but sure. And it's all like Monster Energy drinks and cigarettes and stuff.
Look at the word monster. Look at the M. Bottoms up, and the devil laughs. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster?
Do you know all these memes from like 2010?
Because I had a lonely childhood.
Yeah, bitch. Wait, you had a sibling. What's your excuse?
Yeah, I didn't see my sibling all the fucking time. I love internet culture, except for like incels and fascists. I like older women who are Bible bashers, definitely racist, definitely homophobic, doing stupid nonsense where they look like idiots. I do enjoy that.
There was a video of an anti-masker the other day that I had to like put my phone away and take a few breaths. My meditation helped me. Because she was just getting in the face of the camera and I was like... Was
this the one in the Hobbycraft?
Yeah, my slapping arm was ready to go. Doing little windmills with my arm. Ramping up.
You're slapping up.
It's my right, for anyone who's wondering.
And on that note, that is the end of our regression into recession. Oh, it's the recession.
Yeah.
Certainly put the recess in recession.
Hey.
Hey. Speaking of recession, if you've got any spare coins you want to throw at us, we'll be in Trafalgar Square on September the 30th at noon, pretending we are pigeons in a fountain. So please throw coins at us.
Find us. Did that?
Shall we do it for the content? We'll post it exclusively on patreon.com/queers, which is where you can go and sign up for £1 a month. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter at queersgoneby.
And on YouTube.
Oh, yes! If I remember to update it.
It's fine. I mean, we say it every week, go to YouTube. I'm not sure anyone does.
There's still like 50 episodes for you to catch up on while I'm uploading the rest of them. So, fill your fucking boots. Follow me at Kate Butch 1 on all of them.
And follow me at Caitlin Powell on Instagram and at Caitlin PWLL on Twitter.
And we will see you next week and next month for October.
Oh!
And bitch, it's getting spoopy.
Boo!
Boo! So we shall see you then. Don't forget to subscribe, rate and review, all of that thing. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell an elderly spinster lesbian.
Please.
And we shall see you next time. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Boo.